Hello, this is my mom, Mary, and I will be interviewing her today about how she was the first girl in her family to graduate from college. So, Mom, how did Grandpa Tom what did he always tell you when you were a kid?
Well, I was the only girl with three brothers, and my dad treated us all very much the same. And he used to say to us, whenever he had a moment to talk about what we would do in life, you will go to college and you will pay for it yourself.
And were you the first girl to go to college?
I was the first girl, I was the first person to go to college on my dad's side of the family, to graduate from college. And I was the first girl to graduate from college on my mom's side of the family.
Okay. And so, how did you end up paying for college?
Well, that's kind of a coincidence because I, of course, had to figure it out on my own at the age of 18. My junior year, I was Spokane Valley Junior Miss, so there was a nice scholarship that went with that. And then I had another scholarship from Washington State Spirit of Junior Miss. And then my senior year, I was a Lilac Princess, and then I filled out a scholarship form for the East Valley Education Association and got a scholarship for that. So I had enough scholarship money to last me a year and a half of my first part of college.
What was the East Valley Junior Miss? What was that?
The Junior Miss was a state competition for girls of all as juniors, and it was just a competition, a beauty competition.
And so you got plenty of scholarships from there?
I did. Yeah.
How many scholarships did you get?
I ended up with 4 different scholarships.
And how many years were you able to pay for school?
Just a little over a year and a half of college. And then after that, I filled out financial aid forms, and I had to get loans, and I did it all on my own. No one helped me figure out or navigate the waters with that. And then I ended up helping my brothers figure out how to do financial aid.
And so that's how you paid for the other two. So what was your first job coming out of college?
My first job coming out of college, my dad always wanted me to be an engineer. He thought it'd be fabulous for one of us to be an engineer, particularly me for some reason. No, actually I wasn't. Marty and Mark and Mitch they got better grades than I did, but I didn't do too bad. I was always in honor society, but I ended up being an elementary school teacher. So my first job was I was a lab teacher, reading teacher, and halftime, and then I taught kindergarten halftime for the first couple of years.
So why did you always want to be a teacher?
From the time I was in 3rd grade, kids were kind of always mean to me, and so I always wanted to be a teacher so that I could somehow make kids feel better than the way I felt in 3rd grade.
How has having gone to college and have been a teacher, how has that affected you?
Well, I think it just gives you a greater appreciation not only for education and how important it is, but also, I felt like I was able to touch a lot of people's lives in a positive way.
Are you still a teacher today?
I think you're always a teacher, Peter. I'm not in the classroom teaching anymore, but I.
And real quick, what college did you go to?
Daddy and I both went to Washington State University, which is where we met.
Well, thank you for listening to my mom and our interview. All right.
Bye. Thanks.